There was this lady who worked hard all her life, and all of a sudden she lost her job and became homeless. And, you know, she couldn't afford her rent anymore, and that's why she was homeless. So, you know, it's a struggle every day when we can't find a place to live and don't know how to get there. I just got to go this way. So, I have done a lot of research on this topic of homelessness, and now we are trying to find a problem, and we have the problem is affordable housing. So, for the housing crisis in Alameda County. We are struggling in that area due to the fact that the government needs to subsidize a more affordable housing for the housing crisis. And I will be talking about the problem, the effects, and the solution. There is a shortage of housing in Alameda County. And the problem is the rent is too high. And according to Tamala Drummer, the affordable housing in Alameda County is a housing crisis, and Alameda County hasn't built enough affordable housing to keep up with the increasing need. The rent has increased 34% between 2011 and 2015. And the housing prices went up 22.5% in between the years 2014 and 2015. The shortage of housing in the East Bay and the cost of living keeps going up. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, known as HUD, put out a survey this year stating that family of four with the income of $105,000 a year is now considered low income. How it affects? It affects many types of people. It doesn't only affect the low income, it affects many people and many different types of income levels. But the hardest hit are seniors, low income, who are on fixed income. It also affects the working class because the cost of living keeps on going up. So we are going to discuss and take a closer look at the effects it has on the seniors, disabled, and how vulnerable they are and in need of affordable housing, because the crisis not only affects the housing, but it also affects the homelessness. And the homelessness will keep on going to a higher level due to the fact that we don't have enough housing for us to live in. And the cost of rent keeps on going up. And, you know, the working person is going to be affected by the affordable housing too, because they won't be able to afford their rent due to the fact that the cost of living keeps on going up. So as we look at those levels, we must also see the affordable housing programs also provide rental assistance for mothers, single mothers with children, you know, veterans, and disabled. And not only that, the working class are affected by affordable housing. And the government should spend $1 billion on affordable housing to solve the housing crisis. The money would go to building affordable housing for all types of income and limited to $100,000 a year. Some people might say it would cost too much, but affordable housing would do the opposite. It would increase the economy. And in the long run, the state of California would benefit from these housing developments. And it would give the working person an opportunity for affordable housing. The housing projects are made affordable for seniors, veterans, disabled, and single mothers with children. And we have looked at the problem, we've looked at the effects, and now we must find a solution to help us be able to find more housing or be able to build these developments so the government can spend more money on these projects so the people in society do not become homeless and the working person can afford the affordable housing for their rent at a limited of $100,000 a year. And then a way to resolve the problem of the housing crisis, the government should subsidize affordable housing to help the housing crisis. Affordable housing is a crucial thing in our society because the cost of living keeps going up, and it is no longer just affects the low income. It also affects many different types of people with different levels of income. We must find a solution to the housing crisis so that more people do not become homeless. And the government needs to find ways to be able to fund this housing crisis so we can look at what is going on in society. Thank you.